Okay. We were up in the old attic. This is the dormer window above the garage that I made note of earlier. I'm going to yellow paint on that now. Actually, this video is going to show up earlier. In a little bit, I'm going to make note of that dormer as I'm walking up to do the interior. The soffit baffles, the radiant panels. That's good. I'm going to come down and look at the bottom side of this to see if this is fireblocked or not. I made note about in the master bathroom about insulating some PVC PEX pipe, and the answer became apparent later, so I'll just go ahead and make note and disqualify that right now. The right valve in the master shower was actually closer to an exterior wall, and that's why the decision was made to insulate that. We got soffit baffles here, T-back braceners. See now, all of our roofing connections seem to have enough fasteners. Seem to. We're supposed to have a minimum of 3. Minimum of 3. Let's see what's over here. Fasteners or nails. Levels. There's only 2 here. Oh, no, it's 3. I can feel it. 3. I don't know if you can pick that up. Sometimes they're kind of hard to see, especially when people are building in climatic weather conditions. So all the bracing looks pretty decent here. We're still over the garage. This detail right here, it's called palm bracing. That horizontal board. Code doesn't really address that. Some home inspectors are accepting of it, or it's an oversight for them, or they agree with it. Other home inspectors make a bigger deal out of it. There's no code that says you can't do it. As long as the load path is supported, and these things are okay in that regard. You just know there's another one up there. Those really aren't necessary, I don't believe. This is kind of like extra support. Not a bad thing. Because those are on the stiffeners. I maybe should have kept my mouth shut. But again, as long as the load path is supported, and since the code doesn't address it, I make note of it. I want my client to hear it because he's liable to hear it some other time. But I just don't think it's an issue. I don't think it's worth it. Again, I bring it up because somebody else will. So I'm kind of a mix. This is the indoor air handler. It's properly supported. I'm going to guess it's about a year old. But when you come in here, this gas piping, this is where you service the unit. This is where you blow out the refrigerant lines. If you're going to replace the evaporator coil, this is where you're going to do it. So this gas line in front of the service area, it should have a wooden bumper around it. The gas line, it should have a rubber bumper around it. So when I'm over here working on this system, I'm not stepping on it. And somebody is not stepping on it. I'm not working on it. When the gas line is hooked up, it should be a sediment trap. I'd be surprised if they don't have that. This is where you're going to change your air filter. And you come up I'm supposing it doesn't have to be, but I'm assuming that there's going to be an attic access ladder there sooner or later, eventually. But when you get up in the attic, you come around here, you hook a left, On the left side of the unit, this is where your air filter is. There's not one installed now. I was just in there. That's how you get to it. That's how you install it. You change it every month or however often the manufacturer specifies. This is your fresh air induction. It's passive. You do not have a forced fan doing this. It opens up in certain circumstances or timing or whatever. And you're pulling your fresh air from that side of the... Pulling your fresh air from that wall over there. This is a very tight house, and so you need to bring some fresh air in so you don't get sick house syndrome. Let's see what else we got going here. Oh, this air conditioning duct. Good luck finding it, but you're not supposed to have more than ½ inch sag in it. Not supposed to be more than ½ inch. They tied it up. This actually looks pretty good compared to some. But I saw yesterday they actually installed, they tied a board across here. You're going from stud to stud. You can even put a board across here to offer the support so that doesn't sag. Now, if you did that, I don't know if you'd notice that much difference in your, if any, that much difference in the living comfort, in the living zone, but that's how you would meet that particular requirement. It is a requirement. I'm going to have the manufacturer's spec sheet in the report. It is a requirement. You're not supposed to have more than ½ inch sag in your duct. I wish there's more to say up here. I mean, I'm glad that there's not more to say. I apologize. Sometimes there is. Sometimes there's more to say. Maybe I didn't. I think I mentioned this, but that fasteners and connectors. That connector just doesn't fit right. I'd want that straightened out. The others don't look like that. Doesn't look like that in the installation manual, manufacturer's spec book. It's definitely atypical. So it won't cause the building to fall down. I wouldn't think. I'm not going to promise anything, but it seems like it'd be nice to have.